Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your motivational speaker, trainer and head coach from Live, Love, Give. And today's message is one that sort of came to me yesterday. I was driving along in the car and having a great conversation with a friend of mine and just sort of came up with these kind of 5 C's that I'm terming the momentum towards your purposeful direction. So the reason why I want to tap into this one for you guys today is because I was having this conversation regarding, why is it that, we all want this meaningful, purpose-driven, fulfilling life. We all want to feel that sense of progress, energy, direction, purpose, clarity, all of that great stuff. And for the purposes of having true fulfillment in our lives, not just happiness, but actually fulfillment, like really feeling satisfied with life. And why is it that we all want it, but we don't always get it? And I've been on my own journey for a number of years now in terms of, stopping and starting and thinking this is the thing and that's the thing, and like going on this really, sort of up and down and roller coaster kind of journey in terms of like getting into and tapping into something that's really purpose driven and fulfilling in terms of living my life and what I do with it. And ultimately, as I was having this conversation with this friend, I was just like, boom, 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 boom. These are the 5 C's, and you have to have them in terms of, if any of these 5 C's are missing, if one of them isn't working, you're going to fall off track. So it's kind of like this balancing act that we all need to kind of tap into in order to get on track with something really fulfilling and purpose driven. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. So first, the number 1 C, you've got to start with what I want to call clarity. So clarity is all about, when I'm referring to this, I'm talking about your foundational piece is getting clear on who you are, what you want, and where you want to get to. So if you don't have that clarity, if you're still lacking self-awareness, you don't know what you value, you don't know what's meaningful to you, you don't even know what you're doing with your life, like until you get this first piece in order, you can't really move into the second C, which is all about conviction. And when I talk about conviction, I mean like an internal state of being. So you are so convicted internally that this is the right path for you. You're unshakable. So first you've got to have the clarity, then you've got to have that internal conviction, and you've got to tap into that before you can move into the next C, which is commitment. You have to get to a level of commitment where there is no other option. You are fully committed. Like there's nothing else that's going to get in your way. You have committed to this pathway forward. So clarity of who you are, what you want, get into that. That self-awareness piece is always foundational. You've got to tap into an internal conviction, not somebody else that you're trying to prove anything to, and it's going to feel good if you can do this thing because they're going to see you as some great person. It's got to come totally from within with zero filter. You've got to have that conviction. Then you've got to get totally committed. Like there is no other way. You're going to burn the boats. You're going to go for it, and you are fully committed no matter what. Then you can get to consistency, which is the 4th of the 5 C's for building that momentum towards your purposeful direction. And you have to be consistent. If you're not consistent with your actions and moving into you won't create momentum towards the ideal path. So you have to have consistency. That whole term, consistency is key. Without consistency, you never create the momentum and you never get there. And then finally, the last C is contribution. So if you don't feel as though what you're moving in the direction of and what you're doing to get to that direction, if you don't feel as if you are contributing in some sort of meaningful way to the mission, to the path that you're on, to people around you, or something bigger than just yourself, you are not going to be able to sustain the momentum. So why it's so important to have all 5 of these is that ultimately you kind of have to earn your right to get to the next one. So without clarity, you can't ever tap into that internal conviction, because you don't have anything to sort of gauge it upon. You can't have conviction on anything if you're not clear. And without a sense of internal conviction, that real inner strength, and you're convicted, you won't ever fully commit to the path that you're choosing to go on. And so without that commitment, you never maintain consistency, and so you never feel progress, or you never progress down the right path. And without consistency, you'll never ever tap into a true and meaningful sense of contribution on that path. And finally, without a real sense of contribution, you are never going to experience true fulfillment or leave any sort of lasting legacy after that. So, I can't get my words out today. I don't know what's going on, but maybe because I'm talking about too many C's, but that's really what I wanted to share with you guys today, because it just came out of me yesterday, and I was like, that's it. Because based on my experience and based on the experiences of clients that I work with, whenever we're trying to get towards something really meaningful to the individual, something that we're so convicted about, we're so excited about, that thing that makes you jump out of bed in the morning, you have to have the 5 C's: the clarity, the conviction, and then you've got to definitely have the commitment, the consistency, and a sense of contribution. So really, really hoping that this message today is resonating with each and every one of you guys. I hope that it allows you to have some further perspective in terms of which of these C's are you currently, you're really not tapping into, which one or more or all of them. And this is your pathway to really creating true fulfillment in your life. If you can really tap into and do the work around each of the 5 C's, you are going to get on path. This is it. So that's my true belief. I really believe in this. So I'm loving that I'm getting to share it with you guys, and I so hope that it is of value to you. That's why I'm doing it. So I'm going to check in with you guys, but before I do, I want to make sure that you guys are all coming over and joining us in the Limitless Potential Inner Circle Facebook community. Over 2,000 extraordinary human beings who are going to that next level, and they want to connect with you. They're like-minded, and they want to support, encourage, and challenge you to get to your next level and stop playing small. Really step forth. Don't waste another moment. We'll never have this day again, so make the most of it and come and join us in that group. We want to go deep with you, and I am going to check in with you guys and see who's been able to join me. And I've got Robin, awesome, and Jason's here, and Hassani and Chris. Love you. At lunch, can't watch the recording. Awesome, Chris. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I always appreciate your feedback. And Chris is here, and Maggie, and Judy, and Hassan, and Marlon, and Dennis, and Julia, and Mercedes. Awesome to see you guys. And Carolina, and Filippo, and John, and Colin. Much love sending straight back at you in the UK, Colin. Thanks so much. And Alexandria, awesome to see you. And Mario, yes, I always love when you get to catch me live. And Shane's here, and John, and Hassani, loving this V. And thank you so much for your kind compliments there. And so appreciate you. And Ferris is here, and Kamal, and Robbie. Thank you so much, and I'm loving that you're loving some words of wisdom today, Robbie. And Scott's here, and Thomas, awesome to see you. Always appreciate you. And Stephen and Hassani, I needed this today. This is meeting me right where I'm at. Awesome. I love when these messages hit you guys just as you need them. It's funny how we tend to be massively in sync like that, because everything that I share with you guys is coming from my own experience right here, right now. So I always love hearing that, Haas. Thank you. And Jason, absolutely. Clarity, conviction, commitment, consistency, contribution. Loving that that's resonating. And Jim and Rodolfo and Belinda's here. Awesome to see you. And Cheryl, awesome. And Mercedes, you are so welcome. Much better since I follow you. I'm so grateful to hear that, Mercedes. Thank you so much. It means the world to me to know that you're gaining value from these messages. That's why I show up every day. And I'm loving that you're loving it, Belinda, the 5 C's. And Shane, good morning to you. Awesome to see you back. And Mario, loving that you're loving the message. Frank's here. And Belinda, you playing small does not serve the world. Absolutely. Couldn't say it better. Absolutely, Belinda. And James, great energy. I'm loving that you're loving the energy. And Ashley and Kelly and Clinton, awesome to see you guys. And Hassani, how would you go about developing conviction? I think that part is crucial. Absolutely. If you don't have a deep-seated sense of conviction, which I really actually believe is like the best feeling in the world, you know, and I haven't had it too many times yet in my life. I'm hoping to develop more and more of that. But when you tap into that level of conviction, nothing can get in your way. It's like having a complete feeling of certainty that no matter who has a differing opinion, who has a judgment, no matter how close and how much you respect their opinion, it absolutely doesn't matter what their opinion is. It will never throw you off path. And what I would say to you in terms of how to develop that, honesty, that is it, truth. Until you tap into the truth within you, you're not going to feel conviction. You're always going to be umming and ahhing and in a state of confusion. And that's really easy for us to do when we're constantly focused in this external world and not doing much in our internal world. And so definitely tapping into your truth. I was actually writing about this morning. So in the coming days, you guys are going to see a post from me, which is talking into this and talking into really the questions to ask yourself. But I would get you to say, Huss, I would get you to sit quietly in your own energy and start developing an internal conviction which comes from truth. I would get you to ask yourself, what am I not owning within myself? What am I too terrified to ask myself? What answer am I really avoiding? You know, those sort of questions, they are actually what allows us to really tap into our internal truth. And from that place, we get total conviction. So all of you guys out there who come up with these great ideas and the first thing you want to do is go and share them with somebody close to you. That's human nature, right? We want to share what's exciting to us. But I'm telling you right now, one of the best practices that you can tap into, which is a massive lesson for me, is instead of rushing to go and tell people in my external world, I now have had that experience so many times that I've shared something before I've become convicted about it, and their response has really thrown it off. It's dampened my excitement about it, and I've kind of put that idea to the side, and it's kind of killed my momentum. And I only have myself to blame for that, and because I shared too early from a place where I wasn't convicted. And so I would say to you that you need to tap into your truth by asking quality questions that terrify you. Really tap into the fears, really tap into what's really going on without the avoidance and distraction, and then spend some time really getting that conviction on within that idea that you have by getting clear on it. Is it aligned with what matters most to you as an individual? Is it, if you moved in the direction of this thing, will it allow you to create much more meaning, fulfillment in your life? What's meaningful to you without the filters of others, until you get to that place of conviction, as opposed to, maybe throwing yourself off by sharing too early. So I hope I wasn't going on too much there for you, Haas. I hope that was helpful to you. And I absolutely appreciate your question. And Jeannie's here, and Cinda, and Lewis, and Mario. Your words resonate so much with me. I needed this today. Awesome. I'm super grateful to hear that, Mario. Thank you so much. And Max is here, and Mercedes. If you like natural health, I would love to visit my Facebook. Awesome, Mercedes. I'll have to check you out. And Shane, yes, I agree. Question everything, settle for the best, and be true to yourself. Love it, Shane. And so to get to that, not sure what you're saying there, Robin, let me know. And Alexandria, it's working and having success utilizing some of your tips of taking more and more action steps every day, even in the smallest ways, in the smallest things, confronting some areas I've stashed away, it just needs some work. Absolutely. And I so appreciate always you sharing your experience, and I love your commitment to your growth, Alexandria. You are a superstar. And I've got Chris and Nathan and Robin. Thanks for my daily message. Feeling great, 30 days clean today. Woohoo, awesome. Wow, that is so awesome to hear, Robin. Grateful for that you're on that journey, and you are taking massive care of yourself and progressing. You're a rock star. I love it. And Dana's here. Awesome. And Bank. Awesome of you guys to join. And Hassani V, you're amazing. Your answer completely resonates and makes sense for me. Thank you for the blessing my life. Oh, and likewise to you, Huss. You are an absolute blessing to mine as well. And Shane, got to go back to work. Have a great day. Me too. So that is my message for you guys today. I really hope that me sharing those 5 C's with you has given you some perspective as to how to move forward. And I love them, and I hope that you do too. And I am sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's amazing, and I'm so in appreciation for each and every one of you guys out there who've been joining me, engaging with me, asking your amazing questions. You guys rock my world and light me up, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And make sure that if you have any further questions or anything, definitely let me know and I will get back to you. And again, if you haven't already, you have to come on over and join us in the Limitless Potential Inner Circle Facebook community. We are waiting for you. So sending you all of my love, and I will see you guys tomorrow.